Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down read option, he keeps it running right. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Stop made by Braden Fisk. Give him around 6, that's gonna make it 2nd and 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was gonna get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
From the 43. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Receiver in motion, headed right. 3rd down give to Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's good for 7 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2. At the Rams' 28-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running with Eckler again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got him tackled behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
The Rams showing a nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Daniels back to throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Oh, they're going for it on an option play left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Here's Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Second down and 10. Daniels. This one's caught. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point try coming up.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They bring McLaurin in motion right. He has it. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Stafford back to throw. On the quick slant, it finds Adams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. This will be caught by Adams. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
They'll send out the punting unit. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels has a man, it's Ertz. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
This is Eckler on 2nd. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Staying with Eckler. And he drives it up past the 45. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Daniels from the pistol. Going over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves them with 4th and 5. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, if you couldn't do it.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground, Corum. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Play made by Deron Payne. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Stafford from the gun. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.